Well, June marks World Scleroderma Month, a month to recognise a rare disease that affects around 6,000 people in Australia. To tell us a bit about the disease and an upcoming event to help raise awareness, I'm joined by President of Scleroderma Australia, Amanda Lawrie-Jones. Amanda, thanks so much for your time today. This is a rare disease and one that not many people have heard of. Tell us a little bit about what it is and how it affects those living with it.
Yeah, thanks, Christy, and thank you so much for having us today. So scleroderma is a very rare condition. As you noted, 6,000 Australians have scleroderma. It basically, if you break the word down into two parts, it's a Greek meaning. So sclero means hard and derma means skin. So basically at the core, it's pretty much an overproduction of collagen, so a connective tissue. But this connective tissue doesn't just build up in your skin. It's also within your heart, your lungs, your kidneys, and your gastrointestinal tract. So it's a very complex and multi-disciplinary type of condition. It's very hard to diagnose because of these complex components that happen throughout the body. And it's one that can be very life-threatening as well. So very complex, yeah.
And has the research over the years, have they been able to find out a bit more about it and lead to some better diagnosis?
Yeah, look, it's one of those ones where, with the research, it's been very focused on treating the actual symptoms themselves. So getting to that, core thing of what is the cause and what is the cure, that's something that's still happening. We would love to get more research done in this area. So hoping that we can actually, raise some more funds to make that happen throughout World Scleroderma Month this month.
And the sunflower symbol has a bit of a special meaning. Tell us what it represents.
Yeah, look, it's a nice, happy emblem that we've used for, nearly 40 years, which is great. So basically, people with scleroderma do feel the cold a lot more than people without scleroderma. So that sunflower represents turning towards the sun. So that nice, happy thing of, they want to go towards the warmth. And that emblem of the sunflower is exactly what that does. It turns towards the sun.
And later on this month, on June 29, that will be World Scleroderma Day. Iconic Australian buildings, bridges, stadiums and landmarks will be illuminated in yellow to shine like a sunflower. Take us through that event and what will be happening on that day.
Yeah, thanks, Christy. Very excited. This is the third year that we've done it. So last year was very exciting. We got to 110 landmarks of buildings across the country. This year we're sitting around the 100 mark, so we still have some time. So if there's anyone out there that's keen to light up their building, they can definitely reach out to us. So basically, yeah, we're just shining the country bright to make sure that people are aware about scleroderma and they know what it is and how that they can support us through, research as well as, fundraising. That would be great.
And you'll be raising money throughout the month of June as well. What will that money go towards to help those living with the disease?
Yeah, so we do have quite a few research projects that are happening at the moment. So some of that money we'd love to go towards that. But we also have something that's very unique in regards to supporting people with scleroderma. We have across the country through our Australian Scleroderma Interest Group, which they're our peak research body in Australia. We have nurses, scleroderma nurses, that are very specific that support people with scleroderma in their clinics, as well as they help with the database and the data entry around the research project. So the scleroderma nurses are really important and we don't get government funding for those. So helping us support those throughout the country would be incredible, just so that we can have that twofold of supporting people with scleroderma, but also supporting our research as well.
And in terms of the demographic that it affects, is there a certain age or gender that is more affected by the disease?
Yeah, interestingly, it is more prevalent in women than it is in men. It's kind of a ratio of 1 in 4. In regards to that perspective that are men. So it's very rare that men get it. However, with the recent research that's being done around silica dust. We are finding it a little bit more prevalent in men through that exposure through silica. So yeah, it's becoming a little bit more awareness around from that perspective around men, but definitely more women historically around getting scleroderma. And generally the ages are 45 plus that diagnosis happens.
All right, Amanda, thanks so much for your time today. And of course, those buildings will be lit up on June 29.